All right, welcome to the next episode of Discipline, Desire, and Dedication. My name is Dakota Lang alongside Garrett Cotton. Episode 18, bro. Episode 18 right here in Cabo. We're on a company trip, so we're enjoying ourselves, and we got a special guest with us named Jake Barnett. So glad to have you, bro.
It's a pleasure to be on, guys. Thank you so much for having me, man.
Absolutely, dude. First time that I've ever met you personally. Did you ever meet?
Me and Jake's first time to meet each other in person.
Yeah.
We met very briefly at the company.
Oh yeah, in Utah.
Very short. I remember saying, "Let's go get this money," and that was about it. We kind of got pulled away from each other.
Exactly,
but
bro. Yeah. Kind of. What got you here, dude? I mean, I know. Are you from Utah, or where are you from?
I am from Utah. Born and raised in Utah. Moved around a little bit. Spent some time in California, both in my youth and as an adult.
Okay.
Went to the University of Montana for a little while. I lived in Michigan for a little while, doing some work out there, and then came back here. I had a nice little construction career going on, and kind of wanted to get away from that, try something different. So I got into a customer service job up at Snowbird. That was a seasonal thing, and then that ended, and then all of a sudden, Performance Windows kind of just landed right on my doorstep.
Heck yeah! So how old are you right now?
I'm 26.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 26 right now, and then you've been with Performance Windows for how long?
A little over a year.
Heck yeah!
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, and in your time in Performance Windows, how long did it take you to? How long were you knocking to become a closer and then earn your spot on this trip?
So let's see. A little bit of a complicated situation with knocking. I did take a little bit of time off, so if we're talking just straight through, it took me 7 months, but only 6 of those months I was actually working with.
Yeah, that was me and Dakota as well. It took us 6 months to get qualified and stuff.
Yeah.
Learning the job, and then you got externals, and then you finally dove in.
Exactly, yeah. And then as for qualifying for this Cabo trip, I want to say it was like 4 or 5 months, and then another month after that I got Golden Door, and now I'm just beyond that, just trying to make as much money as I possibly can this year with Performance Windows, and
all the doors are opening up for you.
And they really are. They really are. My grandma tells me that all the time. I'm really close with my grandma, and she'd always say, Jake, as you go through life, you want to have as many doors open to you as possible. You don't want to have those doors closed.
Yeah, no, this is an opportunity like no other. Just every day is a new door, and you never know. When I started working with Performance Windows, I used to literally tell myself, I'm gonna knock on somebody's door, and they're gonna give me an opportunity to be like a lead actor in a movie.
Yeah.
I don't know who I'm gonna talk to in this experience, but like that.
Yeah, it really is those kind of life-changing moments in this job, though. I remember my first sale and how just mind-blowing it was, and how much it just like drove me to keep it going, to replicate that process.
Did you have fast success coming into the company, or was it kind of
pretty fast? I got a sale my first week, and then the next week after that is the only week I've never gotten paid at Performance Windows.
And you've been paid every
yeah. So it took me about 3 or 4 weeks to really find consistent success here, and I think consistency really is what separates the serious from the greats. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And how did you get recruited to Performance Windows?
Literally landed right on my doorstep. And I mean, I was at home. I didn't have a job. I was looking for work. I was just thinking about going back to doing a construction job.
Yeah.
And a guy who used to work here came and knocked on my door, tried to sell me windows. I didn't own my house. I only rented, so I couldn't buy the windows. And I remember telling him, my windows are fine, bro. He's like, oh, what do you do for work? And I was like, well, I'm a carpenter. He's like, oh, and this is, 2 o'clock on a Thursday. Carpenter should be at work. I'm just sitting at home playing video games or whatever. And he's like, oh, yeah, who do you work for? I was like, well, you got me there, buddy. I'm actually not working right now. And he's like, oh, well, you ever done sales? And I was like, yeah, I've dabbled in it a little bit. It's risky business. I haven't found great success with it. And I was like, oh, well, most people here kind of have that same experience going into it, but a lot of people find really consistent success here. Yep. And then the guy pulled out his paycheck, showed me, a $3,000 paycheck, and I was like, man, is that weekly or bi-weekly? So that's weekly.
Yeah, who is it that recruited you?
His name's Jaden McQuiston.
Oh, I trained Jaden.
No kidding.
I trained Jaden his first 3 days on the doors.
Yeah.
Like me and Jaden had a great bond at the very beginning.
Yeah.
And then whenever I moved, me and him shook hands. It was like, I'll see you on the closers trip, and we shook hands. And he didn't stick with it.
He didn't stick with it. Well, yeah, he's with a different company now, but
yeah,
that's all good. I'm very grateful for that guy. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. So,
shout out to Jaden.
Shout out to Jaden if you're out there. Thanks again, buddy. Well, another thing I remember him telling me too was like, "You'll make a lot of money here, bro."
Yeah.
and I did.
He wasn't lying.
He wasn't lying. I just remember in some of the tough times, some of the, not every appointment you set is going to close, right?
Yeah.
And I just remember, some of the no-goes, I'd be like, "Ah, damn it, Jaden, you told me I could make a lot of damn money here, man."
Was Jaden the closer at the time?
Yeah, he was. He was my closer. So we had some other good guys too. I've learned a lot from a lot of really great people like yourselves.
Yeah.
So I'm in the Pleasant Grove office, in the original office. I'm 26.
26.
Yeah. So.
26.
Yeah, the beautiful thing is it's all ages can find success here.
Yeah.
There's guys who are 18 crushing it here.
So what is
There's guys
like
in their 40s.
what is like your end goal? I know you're with Performance Windows now, but do you have like something that you're striving for to be in 10 years?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different things I want to, I really want to have my professional music career take off, so I'm saving up money to build a studio to pursue those things. I used to be in a band, professional band, so.
What all instruments do you play?
I play the drums mostly. Okay. I also sang in a cover band for a little bit, but I guess my tool of the trade is the drums.
Better at drums than singing.
I got a good voice. I can sing pretty good. I just, I love the drums. Yeah.
And do you have more than one instrument that you play, or is drums just like your best?
The drums are my best. I play the piano a little bit too.
Yeah.
I just bought a guitar, so I'm going to start learning.
Were you in music like in high school and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I was in jazz band, and
that was me too. I used to play the trumpet, and then I was in percussion for a little while. But I like the trumpet a whole lot. I was in our honor band, which is like out of the parish and stuff. So technically, like the top 11 people in our county, I guess it would be similar in the Utah. But I kind of got out of that. Just for me, when I got to high school, it was either football or band, and I wanted to play football.
Yeah, I had to make that choice too. I was in football and I tore my ACL, so I had to quit playing. Well, I decided to quit playing football and took up jazz band instead, and that was a great choice. That was a really cool experience to do that.
No, it's just good. It's a good trait to have, just because it connects you with different people, just on like the musical aspect of life, because it's just looking at things a little bit differently.
Yeah.
So with your time after high school, after college, you went to college, right?
I did go to college. Yeah.
Did you graduate?
No, didn't graduate.
I like to ask that because I never graduated as well. I went to school and for the experience, for the most part, met a lot of good guys. You said you were also in a fraternity, right?
Yes, I am a Sigma Chi, and it's the cool thing about Sigma Chi. Most guys you come up to that are Sigs, they won't tell you they were in Sigma Chi. They are Sigs.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the cool thing with that.
That's me and Dakota. We were actually fraternity brothers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were
nice.
brothers.
And where'd you go to college?
Southeastern Louisiana University. Yeah. So it was like one of the smaller schools outside of LSU, but it was just it was a great experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
We went more for the party.
Me too,
more
man.
for just having fun but it was really and truly the networking aspect of it all, because think about it. Me and Dakota's in a fraternity. Evan Guidry's in our fraternity. Carter Captivals, Jill and Kerfasi, Jared Forrest. All of these guys were our fraternity brothers that we had brought into the company from the networking that we had experienced. Because we were all like-minded individuals. That's how we ended up in the same fraternity. So getting into something like this, we were all in similar situations, and it's really, really easy to recruit. Have you ever thought about dabbling into your fraternity brothers and stuff like that?
Absolutely. I guess that brings up a great point. All you SIGs out there.
Sigma Chi.
Yeah, come sell at Performance Windows.
Yeah.
Need to make that tuition payment? Sail a day at Performance Windows. They'll do it for you.
Were you at school in Utah? Where?
I went to the University of Montana. Yeah, in Missoula. So I did get a scholarship originally. Kind of squandered it. I partied a little too hard, so I lost my scholarship. And then at that point, I was just like, I think I'd rather just pursue work rather than going to debt and
going into that to make money.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and the beautiful thing, it's not too much of a foreign concept that there are tons of successful people out there. Some of the most elite successful people in the world never graduated. Some of them never even went to college. Mainly wish to speak of Steve Jobs, never graduated. I don't think Bill Gates ever graduated college. So
I think the thing is that you start to realize that college is just putting you into the 99% group.
yes, yeah, it conditions your brain to be a working class person.
You've heard that thing about like John D. Rockefeller being the founder of like schools, universities, and stuff like that. And he was the largest oil manufacturer owner in the country, in the world. He owned the monopoly of it, but he was trying to train people to be ready to start working jobs. So he's the founder of like the universities and stuff like that because he needed employees.
There you go.
Going through jobs is just going to set you up to be a good employee. So I think me and Dakota both, we're open about it now. We paid somebody to do our schooling for us. And I'd pay $350 a month, but I was on the president's list of our university. But that just goes to show that like schooling is just a joke, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the networking stuff is really cool. That brings up a saying I learned from Frank Zappa, jazz musician, composer guy. He had a funny saying. He said, if you want to get laid, go to college. If you want to get smart, go to a library.
That's right.
So more or less, really the biggest takeaway from college is I think that adds real value in your life is those connections.
The networking.
And the networking,
100%. What would you say, because with the success you already had this year, hitting your golden door, which is phenomenal, bro. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate that, guys.
Absolutely, man. That's an honor.
Love it.
Top 1% in the industry. So that's something to be proud of, right?
Yeah,
but talk about some of like the consistent habits that you on like a day-to-day routine that you do every single day to help you produce those results, because obviously you have to do the same thing over and over again to perfect that craft.
It really is performance windows doctrine. It's 100% on script, and I might be a little bit too gung-ho on it. I'm not just word for word, I mean letter for letter. But that knocker script is like a divinely inspired document. What's written on there works to a T. Any kind of deviation from that, you can still find success, but it's going off into the ditch with no tires.
Right.
We say that all the time. It's like performance windows is the blacktop road for us, and we're just taking the blacktop road. If we want to pave our own path, we're starting in the ditch right next to the road. If you get on the road, it's a clear. You can sprint to success.
It really is, I treat it like saying the sacrament at church. You mess up one little word on the sacrament, you got to start over.
It's a different meaning.
And how I apply that to knocking doors is, if I mess up one little word on the script, I blew it. Now obviously that's not always the case, but by and large, I really do feel that. Like, as long as you're confident, stay on script. Have a bit of swag to your step, and replicate that 50 times a day. It takes about 5 hours. Success becomes consistent. It really does become consistent.
I think that's the
at
biggest
whatever
thing
level you're at.
It's like the longevity of having that success, because it's not just 1 month where you're bought in. Every month you're consistent on being a leader in the company. Like, we see your stuff in the closers chat. You're saying stuff in the performance windows chat. That's putting yourself out there, and that's the consistency in doing so, because you do believe in yourself to be one of the top producers in the company.
Absolutely, and it's a bit embarrassing when you don't get to do one of those shout-outs.
But that's accountability. If you don't believe in yourself, you'll never amount to even half of what you're trying to get.
So that level of accountability, and then just following the formula. Just stay on that road, man. It's a good place to be. Doesn't always. What's up, ladies?
Got a little crowd out there.
It's not always easy. It can stir up some emotion sometimes, and. You just got to work through that. I found I've had to work through that a lot, and get that moment of gratification, that good feeling after the work is done.
And you've experienced failure in this company 100%, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So what's one of the biggest ways that you would say that you overcome failure?
Just knowing that all failure is just one step closer to success.
That's right.
I
love the the Michael Jordan analogies and stuff, because they'll talk about, like, Michael Jackson has had, I don't know the exact stats, but he's had way more failures than he has wins. But that's why he's one of the best, is because then it goes back to the saying of persistence plus failure equals success. You never truly fail till you quit.
Exactly. It's kind of like baseball, The all-star MLB baseball players, their batting average is 300.
Yeah.
30%. So 3 out of 10 times they're just getting on base.
Yep.
7 out of those 10 times they're striking out.
Yep.
And those guys that can do that and can replicate that 30% are making hundreds of millions of dollars.
And that's us on the 1 of 50.
So to think that, someone in that kind of position would get bummed out over a single strikeout or one little scrub is like, man, let's just take it for what it is, brush that dirt off your shoulders, and
look at the bigger picture.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at the bigger picture.
Just forward.
Jake actually said this whenever we were at the company conference in January, just zooming out. You know what I mean? If you just zoom out and you just look at the bigger picture, it's so much easier to just to overcome those failures.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you can see how far that you came,
Yeah, and I would say that even most of the people that experience failure in this company are still living incredible lives.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a blessing to be in a culture where we're all, transcended in finances and things like that, and have the liberty to do whatever we want in life. So Performance Windows has just been an absolute godsend. I can't believe that it showed up right on my doorstep. I know there's a few people out there who will take those kind of opportunities to the fullest, but most people won't.
No.
I like to say anybody can do this job, but not everybody can do this job.
Yep. I love that. Yeah.
It really just comes down to your own willpower to figure it out.
Your why.
Your why. Yeah. Find your why.
What's your biggest inspiration?
Well, to build a music studio, and then also I have kind of a double life. I love music. I also love the outdoors. So I want to be able to pursue some of the greatest trips a man can take in this world, both in the just worldwide and in nature and seeing all of civilization. And I love music. I used to want to be like a rock star playing in front of 50,000 people, and I'm not saying that's out of the picture, but nevertheless, I just want to take my music career to the fullest too.
Yeah.
So this has been a great vessel for that. I've really built up. I have a little in-home music studio, and I've really built it up. Not quite done yet, but
it makes it easier to get close, even though it's such a long ways to achieve something like that.
Yeah.
But this, like you said, it's a vessel, and it makes it easier to get the opportunity.
Yeah.
Because if you can pay your way,
Well, yeah. I mean, it used to be I would work. I'd work construction. I was making $25 an hour or whatever. And I'd have to budget. Okay, if I work 40 hours a week, and I save up $200 every single week, in a month, I can get one new piece for my drum set. Whereas now it's like
a good day.
One sale a day. Just get a sale, and I can get whatever I want.
Whatever I want. Whatever kind of drum set you want.
And just do that, for the week, and then.
And how long have you been playing drums for? You said?
Since I was like 8 years old.
8 years old.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I've got some videos like on my Instagram and on my YouTube of me playing drums.
We'll tag that.
Yeah, check it out. It's good stuff. Just stuff with my old band, Rat Bags. Was an old punk rock band that I joined.
So what part of you're originally from Utah? You say?
Yes.
What part of Utah are you from?
Downtown Salt Lake area.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
My parents were separated right from the get-go, and so I was in between. My dad mostly lived in the avenues, but we also lived in Sugar House out in Murray for a little bit.
Yeah.
Downtown.
And with you moving around and not like that, were you born was your family LDS when you were first growing up? Never.
No.
Okay.
I actually got baptized when I was 21 in the church.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
In like a non-denominational Baptist church?
No, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so you did start going to that church though, huh?
Yes. Yeah. I'm not exactly active right now.
Yeah, and that's what because it's unique though, because majority of Utah and stuff, that's one thing that I stood out like a sore thumb coming to Utah.
Yeah.
I just felt like people, they knew I wasn't from there, but growing up and stuff like that. So what age did you kind of get into the church at?
I was 21.
Oh, so you were older.
21, maybe 22. Yeah.
Family not included. It was just you.
There was no brainwashing at all.
Yeah.
All it was a friend of mine kind of just challenged me to
check it out.
Yeah, check it out. Challenge my own personal beliefs. Try to learn more, see a different side of spirituality, Christianity.
Do you attend or are you like a we're involved in church at all anymore?
I'm a Christmas and Easter kind of guy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's
So-
good. But you believe what's right. And,
I believe what's right. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. You know,
That's one thing.
I think those morals are very important things. You know, going forward, just try to lend a helping hand to anyone who.
Yeah.
I love the
obviously
scripture.
needs it.
Good people are in the favor of the Lord.
Yeah.
You know, so if you do right unto others, and it comes back to the
Yeah.
scripture, you reap what you sow.
Yep.
You know.
He with the faith of a mustard seed. You know?
That's right.
So yeah, it comes down to action, not words. And
Yeah, I think that's a big factor too, in like getting us to where we are today. Is that like all of us in this company? This company has found. I mean, like the owners of the company are in the church and stuff like that.
Absolutely,
Which,
yeah.
You know, so I feel like, and from the Louisiana standpoint, we're the only people who aren't like LDS, but we're strong in faith as Southerners. You know, like everybody in our company, like everybody that comes up through us is like they're also believers and all that kind of stuff. I think we've had one person that just came in as like an open atheist, but he'll even say. Now he'll make comments about like, oh, if you pray about it, like, and he'll make comments like that, and I'm like, you're an atheist, though, but you weren't supposed to say that.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's like opening eyes for people because it's amazing.
My grandpa was very, very faithful to the church, and he had this big picture in his office of the universe.
Really?
And he put this funny little. He loved putting sticky notes on not sticky notes, but label makers on everything. And he put a little label maker on this picture. It was the cutest thing. It said, it was impersonating an atheist, and it said, "I've been to the best colleges, I've read the best books, I've explored the world, and I can tell you without a doubt that there is no God." And it was put up against this picture of the universe, and I was like, that really puts it in perspective.
Opens your eyes.
Yeah. It's like there's always more to learn. We have an infinite amount of knowledge to tap into here in the human existence. There are so many things that are beyond us that we have the honor of being able to learn and pursue.
Yeah.
So, God is great. God is truly a wonderful thing. So,
I've always said that I want all the help I can get. So
yeah.
it's just putting in my time.
Yeah, I think God, the universe, whatever you want to call it. I think it's all a reflection too. Whatever you speak out to the universe will come back to you. If you ask, why is nobody helping me? And the universe is going to respond, why is nobody helping me? I need this, and then the universe responds, I need this. But if you speak your intention, what can I give? Then the universe will reply back to you, what can I give? So that's where I try to be. Whenever I find myself in a bit of emotional turmoil or things like that, I just get back to that place. What does the universe want from me?
That's the helping hand.
Yeah.
It'll definitely it opens your eyes to it again. And like I always love the scripture of like it comes down to like knock and you shall receive, seek and you will find. Ask and it comes along with it of just like there was that one scripture that was coming down of like when you ask for knowledge, God is going to give you problems to overcome. It's like that kind of stuff because you're never going to truly receive knowledge. Like you're just going to give it to you. But if you ask for the knowledge and overcoming a problem, you're going to get more problems to overcome. But it's testing our strength and our trust in God that we are going to receive the life that we're promised. But it's just we have to put the time and trust into it.
Yeah. Even when it's the darkest of night, if you just keep going, everything becomes self-evident. Life unfolds as it should always.
So what's kind of like your so give us kind of like a 10-year plan for you. Are you kind of going to dive into performance windows? Are you going to climb the ladder? Do you want to be a closer long term? Like what's kind of
I'm a dog chasing cars. 10 years is like it's tough to say because I love performance windows. I definitely plan on sticking around.
Do you see yourself like climbing the
I absolutely
ladder?
do. Yeah, absolutely do. Become a
market
market owner. Yeah, absolutely. It's slowly but surely. I got to get some recruits in. I brought a couple people in that haven't necessarily stuck, but got some good people coming in here pretty soon. And I just got to keep making sales. Just keep consistent with that. Be a good example for everybody. And get other people to closer. A huge inspiration like your guys. And girls, Lizzie and Guppy. They're doing just that. They're getting people to get to that next level too. So
spreading
and I will. I will. And I got guys coming in that are hungry. And anybody who ever's wants to shadow me in appointments, pick my brain about things, I'm always happy to lend a hand. Tell you what I know, whether it's right or wrong.
That's the thing is you just got to find people that are 100% committed.
Yeah.
Once you find that, the system works.
On both sides.
Yeah.
Customers and workers, or salesmen.
So just finding people that are 100% committed. One thing that Kyle says it really resonated with me is this job is life changing, but only if you're willing to change your life. So when people come in, they're fully committed to it. We have all the tools to be able to get them to that level.
But you have to do the work.
Exactly. You got to buy into it. You got to put it. You got to you got to pay your dues, right? One thing I tell all the guys back in the office is that success isn't free, just like anything else in this world, right?
Yeah.
It's not just going to be given to you. You got to pay your dues.
Absolutely.
And that's the long hours. Knocking past 7, making sure you fighting for that extra set. That's your qualifying month right there. So
I want to bring this up. A meme that Levi put in my chat one time. I'll just kind of explain it because I thought it was great. It kind of played on the whole two wolves thing. I don't know if you've heard that analogy before. Where there's two wolves in your soul, and the good wolf and the bad wolf, and the wolf that wins is the one you feed. And he put a little thing in this chat. There's two wolves in your soul. There's the wolf that goes out there and gets at least 4 sets every day, and then there's the wolf that pisses himself and lets the other wolves eat all his food. That's it. So which wolf are you going to feed?
That's it.
I know which wolf I fed. It was the one who got 4 sets every single day. I'm sure you guys remember seeing at least four snakes just about every single day when I was
had to.
Had to. Yeah, I had to. It became not just a matter of finding success in this job. It was a
part of your routine.
Yeah, pride and adoration became part of my existence.
A non-negotiable. I had the same goal whenever I was coming through because I went inconsistent my first 4 months where I would hit a qualifier month, I won a qualifying. And at that time it wasn't like a carryover. It was 2 consecutive months of $125,000 in revenue when I came through.
There you go.
So I hit my first month, didn't hit my second. Hit my third month, didn't hit my fourth. And then my 5th month came around. And it was January 1st, and I wrote down goals. And I said, all right, I will hold myself to each one of these. And it was all externals, like waking up at this time every day, working out this many times a week, cold showers every morning, like pray before every meal, like those type of goals. Not necessarily job goals, but just life goals. And by doing that, after the first 2 months, all of January, I qualified. I was hitting 4 appointments every day, 4 to 6 every day. Hit qualified in January. February came around, I fully qualified by February 15th. So halfway through the month, I was able to get $125,000 in those first 2 weeks. But it's 4 appointments every day. But that goes to show you, if you do that every single day, the results will come.
I came into the company right when they switched the qualifier factor from $125,000 to 8 sales. Yeah. So I remember my first month, I fell just short. I think I did like 110 my first month, and it hurt me so bad. I was like, and I didn't necessarily, I wasn't super gung-ho about becoming a closer, but I wanted to have that door open no matter what, so it hurt so bad that door was still closed for me that I was like, I made a switch right then and there. I was like, I'm gonna be that guy. Next month, qualified. Month after that, qualified. And then I went to Legacy. I went to a different company for a little bit.
So you qualified and then left?
I qualified, then left because at the time there was another company that was paying twice as much. And I learned a lot of lessons. Don't go chasing rates.
Yeah.
Stay with the good culture.
The grass is greener on the other side is the biggest saying, but the grass is greener where you were.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's not about finding the perfect opportunity. It's about making the most of what you have. Taking ownership of your own damn grass.
That's it. Taking ownership. Even in your position as a setter, you got to run that office as if you own it.
Then I came back to performance. Had another qualifying month. I qualified with Legacy too, so I had 4 back-to-back qualifying months.
Yeah.
And then got my recruits, became a closer, and closed my very first deal, man. Very first one.
Yep.
Locked it down.
Just like that, man.
That's how I did it too.
And again, I mean, closing's a little different. The script is very important. It's very important to be on script.
Oh yeah.
But it's a 45 minute to an hour long spiel. It can get a little burly sometimes.
Yeah.
If you mess up one little word, don't beat yourself up about it. Just keep rolling. Just keep selling. It's a
45 minute. golf swing or a baseball swing. 45 minutes. You just have to go. It's a slow swing.
Yeah.
But there's form to it, and if you do the right form, the results will come.
Exactly. Yeah. Just it's not rocket science. Yeah. It's very relatable to golf, baseball, anything like that.
It's a sport. Sales is a sport.
The form, the fundamentals of it all, it can be replicated over and over and over, and the more you hone that skill, the more consistent success you're going to find.
Yeah.
So it's not rocket science.
What would be one message? I know you said you got some recruits in the pipeline right now, as far as like trying to get them on board with you.
Yeah.
What would you give to let's say you're 26 now. You started with the company.
I was 25 when I
25.
started. Yeah.
What would you say to somebody that's on the verge of trying to figure out, especially whenever somebody hears 100% commission based, they get kind of nervous because they're looking for that security.
Yeah.
What would be your biggest advice to somebody that's looking to take the jump?
Well, I think that if you want to talk about like security in your paycheck or anything like that, what's more important, the security of getting a little paycheck once a week, once every 2 weeks, doing some dinky desk job or whatever, or securing your own life, your own future.
It's investments,
Betting on yourself.
I let go of the whole idea of, I just, living paycheck to paycheck kind of security, because that's not real security.
No.
It's, if anything, it's slavery.
It's slavery. I agree.
So what Performance Windows is, it's, I'm not, most everybody that comes into the company that does things the right way gets a sale in 1 to 7 days.
Yeah, well, if you do the formula works.
If you want to, so I've never really felt that like that kind of security isn't here, because it is. There's sales out there every single day, So you just got to go get them. You just got to go get them. Be confident in yourself that you're gonna you are gonna find them.
Exactly.
And you will.
It's like fishing too, because I know you like fishing.
Love fishing.
So fishing, do you catch a fish on every bait?
No, you don't. No. Sometimes you got to wait out there. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you go
As soon as it touches the water.
As soon as it touches the water, you catch a fish. But sometimes you got to be out there for 4 hours, just to find out what's working.
It takes time, but it's making adjustments to see to see results.
Yeah,
and that's the
but
same
the big
thing.
difference is between sales and fishing is you don't change your bait in sales. You keep the same line, the same script, 100% on script all the way through the whole day. And enjoy that monotony, because it's what brings in the big bucks, man.
Exactly.
As you move up in the company, like even be a market owner now, you see that going out there and knocking is the easiest part of the job.
Ain't nothing.
Going back and knocking is like, this is stress free. I'm never going to see this person again. Like, this is amazing.
Don't worry about it.
I feel that now as a closer. There have been times when I just get out there and I'm able to self-gen, knock doors for 2 hours straight, and not have to worry about people sent me a cat or something like that, and I'm like, this is great, dude. I'm just out here on my own whims, and I'm driving my own car,
It's your boat.
Well, perfect, Jake. Well, we greatly appreciate you coming on. Do your book of knowledge. Very inspirational what you've accomplished. Already hit your golden door. That's amazing. That's a huge accomplishment.
A lot of it comes from you guys.
Yeah, two, huh?
It could be good. I want to do a lot of traveling this year, visit my family. Shout out to my dad. You're a huge inspiration to my dad. I miss you a lot. I'm going to see you this year. My dad lives on the other side of the world, so I want to spend some time to see him and my little baby brother and all that.
Opening some doors to do so.
4 million, a double golden door is like a high goal of mine. It's very achievable.
Oh yeah, you can do it.
I'm not leaving the dinner table till it's finished kind of goal is 3 million. So that's what I'm really looking to do is 3 million this year. That's my very first year. I think the top closer in the company last year did 3 million. So if I'm able to replicate what the best closer maybe of all time has ever done here, my first year, I think
that's pretty awesome.
I think I'm on the right track.
Yeah, so, I think I finished last year at like 2.95.
Yes,
So I was short of 3 million. But I was trying hard to hit that 3 mil mark. But it's a lot. It's consistency every day, and I think you have plenty of potential to beat it.
Absolutely, I do too. Business has been great. We've Pleasant Grove
office tremendously.
Yes, we have, and a lot of that comes from the team. My market owner Andrew, he's grown it a lot. Super grateful for him. But we just, what we have really special in Pleasant Grove is we teach fundamentals. We're big on fundamentals.
Yeah.
So
Keep it simple.
it's very simple.
Yeah.
50 conversations a day,
Yeah.
100% on script. Have some swagger to
Yeah.
your step. Be confident. You know,
Yeah.
talk like you're talking to a friend.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
Yeah.
Don't overthink.
You don't need to put
Always
on some
talk.
kind of fake affront, anything like that. Just be natural. Be yourself. People ask me all the time, like, what's the secret to your pitch? I'm like, how do I be more like you? And it's like, you don't.
Be you.
Be you.
Yeah.
You be more like me, you're not gonna.
You're not me.
There's only one me.
Yeah.
There's only one you. So be you.
Yeah.
It's true though.
I love when people are sitting there standing, and you see them like trying to get their posture right. I'm like, dude, just stand there.
Yeah.
You've been standing up for 20 plus
Yeah.
years. Just stand there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Quit getting in your head.
Yeah, it's so
get-
more complicated.
Yeah, man.
So, but hey, bro, we was glad to have you.
Yeah.
We're gonna finish enjoying this excellent trip right here in Cabo. that-
Absolutely. What a blessing this has been. That weather today was a little hellacious,
Yeah.
but it was refreshing too.
Well, it's also
It's nice seeing a tropical storm.
One thing I really love about the trips is just being able to see everybody face to face
Oh, yeah.
after a half a year just straight grinding, driving revenues. So
This time next year, podcast number 2. We'll be catching
Podcast
you back
number 2,
on.
baby. You bet your ass I'll be
We're
back.
gonna be touching base about you hitting that second goal
Yeah,
door.
well, we'll be back here in Cabo in January. Hopefully we get a chance to connect again then with that. And let's have a great time the rest of this trip. I know you got some more guests coming on the podcast
Yeah.
today, so definitely want to give you the time to do that. But hey, Garrett and Dakota,
yeah,
you are
appreciate
wonderful
you.
guys, and it's a real pleasure to be on. So
Yeah,
awesome.
we
Thanks
appreciate
again.
you. Yeah,
Thanks
thank you
again
all.
very
Y'all
much.
check out Instagram.
What's your
Yeah, Dr. Barney, Dr.Barney.
And then
I
you
got some
said,
cool stuff on there.
Yeah, and then you said your drum stuff and like that is on YouTube.
Yeah, I got some stuff on my YouTube. Just look me up on YouTube, Jake Barnett. You can look up Jake Barnett, rat bags, things like that. I've got a couple of videos on there.
Heck yeah.
Nothing much.
Yeah.
Some older stuff. And
Heck yeah, check
hopefully
it
in the
out.
future, hopefully in the near future, I'm going to be producing some music.
No, you can do it. Set your mind to it. You can do it.
Absolutely. It's just
Easy.
finding the time to do it.
Yeah,
and,
that's
and
it.
putting my mind to it.
Yeah.
So I will.
Well, cool.
And you'll see me back on the stage soon. So
Perfect. Well, thank you all for
In the mean-
watching, and
yeah.
peace out.
peace
Thank
out.
you all.
Let's go.